Has anyone taken the time to explain to you some of the challenges that you could face when buying a home in Chelem? Hi, I'm Kyber with TrustFirst Real Estate, and today we'll talk about some of the challenges that you could face when buying a home in Chelem. And not necessarily, and hopefully not, but it's good to be aware of these things so that if they do arise, you know that this is something that sometimes happens and it's nothing to worry about. The first thing is, you probably know that you can't buy property within 100 kilometers of the coast as a foreigner. So to do this, you have to have your lawyer draft up what is called a fideicomiso. This is a land trust for 100 years. Now, this is fine, this is easy to do. Your lawyer, as long as it's a lawyer that works with foreign buyers, has done many of these. The complications arise when you're buying from a seller that has never sold to a foreign buyer before. And the reason that this could be a complication is because these land trusts take 1 to 3 months for the bank to process and approve. So during that time, if the seller isn't familiar with this, and even if the seller initially agrees and seems on board and says, I can wait 3 months, during those 3 months, she or he could become impatient or could take some unsound advice from a friend that truly doesn't know about these things and decide that this is some type of scam and the deal could fall through. I have had sellers that straight up did not want to sell to foreign buyers. They didn't want to wait, and they didn't really want to know more about the process. They were dead set on not selling. So keep that in mind and know that deals like these are much easier if there's a real estate agent on both sides that are familiar with transacting with foreign buyers, so that both of these can, chat with their clients. One agent, your agent, talks to you and their agent talks to them and reassures both sides that everything that's going on is normal. And especially the lawyers, right? They're the ones that go through this. The next thing is the dual economy. So not just in real estate, but in most transactions in Mexico, you can come about sellers having one price for locals and a different price for foreigners. And it's just the way it is. But a plumber could quote a local, 300 pesos to fix something in the bathroom and might charge you 900 pesos. And compared to Canada and the US, the price is still amazing, but they do charge us a little bit more at times if they know they can get away with it. And this can sometimes happen in real estate. You can go through a full deal, just like I did with one of my clients. They were buying a 33,000 square foot parcel of land, and we spent a month trying to get the proper details from them regarding the property. And once their agent explained to them that they might have to wait up to 3 months because of a fideicomiso, they understood that we were foreign buyers. And they decided that instead of the property selling for 1 million pesos, they now wanted my clients to pay an additional 200,000 pesos, right? Maybe like $12,000 American. And while this was still a good deal for the property, the principle of the matter kind of threw my clients off, and I would agree, right? Just because they're foreign buyers, they want them to pay more. And this wasn't upfront even, this was a month into the deal. So the deal fell through just out of principle. And this is something that doesn't only happen with real estate, it can happen with services. Even, if you're buying trinkets downtown Merida, if you're buying trinkets or souvenirs for family members, you're likely getting a different price than a local would. Next is negotiations. Negotiations here sometimes are a little difficult. We find that people here are a little more emotionally involved and can occasionally completely block out logic. So we'll coattail on the example of that 33,000 square foot property where we had the seller's agent explain to them, because we told them, we wouldn't be paying an additional 220% on the property. And we had him explain to his client that it's a buyer's market, it's extremely slow right now, and you can either sell the property today for your full asking price, for what you would sell it to a local for, and you can get your money, all the money that you wanted, you can get it today, or you can lose us, you can lose the buyer and have to wait another 6 months, a year, maybe even more, because the property was very remote. It wasn't even accessible. There are no roads to this property. So you can wait, another year and sell it for the price we're talking about now. And we both know that a million pesos today is worth more than 1,000,000 pesos 1 year from now. Sellers were dead set on a no. And any logical person would see the reason in this and, take the money, the full asking price, which my buyers didn't even negotiate on. They said, we'll pay full asking price. So that